Hi everybody and welcome back to Art Shop channel. Right, we're on to the next section of making this character, which is a Zumba teacher. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know I've already brought that up. We've made the hands, the shoes and the armature for the body and the hair. So this is where we got to. So far she's stuck on, the hands aren't, but that's where we got to, and we did the hair. So we're just going to follow on from there, really. So I'm going to show you what I did next, and yeah, we'll put it all together and see what we think. So the first thing I'm going to do is, which I've already done, is varnish the polymer clay. And you can get all different kinds of varnish for this, and it's, you know, you can get gloss and matte and all the rest of it. And I've got a gloss one. This is a Thai version, but you know, they're all around the world. You can get them wherever, so that's not a problem. What you need to do is shake the bottle and get a little brush and then paint not too thick layer on your polymer clay, whatever it is you're making. Let that dry. I did it earlier today for about an hour, and then I put another coat on. Entirely up to you whether you put another coat on, but I find that just helps protect it. I've also put some, you know, moving eyes on there, if you can see that. I just stuck those on with some PVA glue, and I've done that earlier to save time, and you don't want really to see me do that part. If you haven't got any sort of eyes that move like this, you can use a felt tip or something like that just to put the eyeball in, and yeah, so it all looks good. So the next thing, after it's all dried, I'm going to just put some blusher on the cheeks just to make it a bit more feminine, because it still looks a bit manly, but hey ho, we're going to get there. And what I've got is some powdered paint. This is the version I've got. There's all different colours you can get. Now you can mix water with this to make normal paint, but I saw this once in the shop and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can use that just to put some blusher on. So that's what I got for that. I mean, you could use something else for the blusher, like I suppose you could use a bit of lipstick, but you have to be really careful and just put a little bit on your finger and just rub that into the cheeks like there, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I wouldn't do it straight on the project. I would probably do it on the back where you don't see it, just in case you use too much and then it's not going to look good and it's probably hard to get it off. But I would suggest you use this powdered paint. And all you need to do is just put a little bit on your finger, which I'm show you, just like that. So there you go, you've got a little bit on there. Put the top back on before you spill it all. Not a good move. And I'm not going to put it, like I said, straight on to the face. I'm going to put it on the back. And all I do is just rub a little bit in. Now, see that? That's far too much. So I've got too much on there. So I'm just going to rub that off. I'm going to rub the rest of it off my finger. And then I'm going to use what I put on the back. You see that? And then I've only got a slight bit on there. And I'm just going to put that on there. Just rub it gently, and the other side, and then you should get some cheeks showing. Yeah, there you go. Don't overdo it. You just want a hint. Well, you could overdo it if that's the, you know, the look you're looking for. Then do that. But I'm not after that effect. So I've just put that on like that. So you can just about see the pink on there. Hopefully you can see that. And yeah, that's it. Next thing to do, clean your finger off because you don't want that going everywhere else. And what I'm going to do next is, I think I will start at the bottom and put the shoes on. Remember we made the shoes earlier on the other clip? So they just need to be stuck on. Now, if if you find you've got a little bit of wire showing, then you can put some other material on there, which I think I will do whether I've got it or not, just to show you, just to cover up the wire if you've got any showing when you do it, because you don't want that, because it won't look very good. Okay, so all you need to do is I'm using the same material, this bit of ribbon, and I'm just going to cut it because it's frayed at the end, and just to try and get a fairly straight edge. And then what you're going to do is sort of loop it round a little bit, and I've just found out that it's too wide, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue along there and fold it into a half. So I'm just going to do that first, because there's too much material there and it's not going to work. And can you see that? Yeah. And I'm just going to fold that over. Be careful because it's hot. And push that down nicely, like so. So there you go. So now we've got it half the size because it was too wide before. Now we're going to put this around the bottom of the trousers or joggings or whatever they are, and you just want to make it a little bit bigger. I will show you in a minute. This is a bit tricky to show you by holding it up, but I will try actually. Why not try? You don't know until you try. You see I've got a little bit of fluff on there. I'm just trying to get that off before I start gluing things, because I don't want that in the way. You know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. Okay, so we've got our little piece of material there, and I need to get the seam behind where the trouser is, because you don't want to see the seam. Now this is quite a little bit tough because I've made it, I folded it over, made it into two. So I'm going to do something like that, and you just want a little bit of the wire showing through, and then what we're going to do is stick the shoe onto that, and we're going to push it down, and that'll probably concertina back a bit, if you know what concertina means. If you don't, look it up. And yeah, that'll look good. So let me just see how much I need, which is about that much. Cut that off, and I just need to, I've got a little bit there, see it's sprayed again. That is the slight problem when you use this kind of material, but it can all add to the look of the thing. Okay, so now I'm just going to glue that on, and yes, it's going to look good. So what I'm going to try and do is just try it without the glue. Now I'm going to try it with the glue, get the wispy bits off, and push that round like so, and remember not to burn yourself. And oops, and it's quite tough. So I've got it on there, so I'm just pinching it together. I will show you with a close-up in a moment, but I can't do that until I know it's on there. So there you go. Right, it's on there, and I think it's stuck a little bit at the back, which is fine because it just helps to keep it on. And there we go. There. See that? That's the one you're looking at. See, so we've got a little lovely end to our trouser or jogging, and I'm just going to do it to the other side. And you want these roughly the same size. So it's about there. Cut that off. Stick that on there. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Stick that on there. Get that bit out of the way, and push that down and try to cover a lot of the wire, and push that down like so. Wait a couple of seconds for it to set. That's why I use a glue gun, because it does stick quickly. But yeah, you just get used to using glue guns. I do like them because they're quick. But there's many different glues out there, so you can try different ones. And if you find a good one, let me know in the comments below, and I'll start using it. So there you go. So now we got a little bits on the bottom, yeah, little bit. Just finishes off that lovely little jogging bottom that we're trying to produce there. And now we're going to put the shoes on. So I'm just going to push them on dry before I do it with the glue. And that looks good, and that fits well there. And this one, I'm just going to try, and I'm going to do it like that. Now you need to decide how you're going to show your feet. Do you want them all going at funny angles, or do you want the actual thing to be looking a bit normal? But not being normal is quite good, I think. So yeah, go with it. So I'm just going to push that one on. So you just put a bit of glue on the end of the wire, not too much, and then you want to push and hold the shoe on. And remember, you need to make it look beautiful by giving it a certain angle. Okay, one moment. There's the first one on. There you go. See? See? Doesn't that look lovely? You know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, you do. That's great. Okay, now we're going to do the other one. And just put a bit of glue on the end of the wire. Not too much because you don't want it to drip onto your wood. A bit of a wispy bit there. So you have to be gentle with it. And then push that on. Push it on the way you want it. Usually I just push it on and wherever it sort of lands up is where I put it, really. And like I say, it gives it a bit of character if you don't do it exactly right. So, and this is like I said before, a Zumba teacher, so you would be moving your body all over the place. So it all adds to the effect. So there you go, guys. We've got the shoes on. How amazing is that? Doesn't that look beautiful? You're just amazed, aren't you? I can tell. Okay, so that's that bit. Next, we're going to do the hands. Now, I'm going to put those on. And remember, you need to make sure you put them on the right way. So your thumbs go in towards the body. You don't want them going like that. Because, well, unless you do that all day, most of the time you do that. So make sure you get them on the right way. Unless that's the way you want it to look. So I'm just going to push those on dry. And we're going to have to do the same thing here with the end of the sleeves. I think I'll be able to show you this. Because there's some wire showing. Can you see that? There's a little bit of wire there and a little bit of wire there. So we haven't got quite enough. Now you could cut the wire down and push it down, but I find I don't really want to be cutting the wire too much when it's stuck on. And also because you'll be moving it around a bit trying to get it off. It's quite a tough piece of wire. So when you get your pliers, you'll find it a bit tricky. And if you're only cutting a small piece off like that, you'll never be able to hold it unless you use some pliers or something like that. And it's just makes it messy and you might break what you've made already. So I wouldn't suggest you do that, guys, okay? You know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do. That's great. Okay, so make sure the thumbs are in the right way, which they are. So you can move them around on here so you can just get an idea of where you want them. Like I say, it's a Zumba teacher, so they could be all over the place, so it doesn't really matter. And I just need to think, I've got a bit of this. It's like off a ribbon and like a bow, and it's sort of glittery. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use the same principles I did down there and just finish that off. So I'm going to take the hands off and put the cuffs, I suppose you could call them, onto the armature, and then we're going to stick the hands on. I know, amazing, isn't it? So let me just have a quick look. So I need about, this is a bit easier, or it should be, because it's not so tough, the material. So I don't need very much, so I think it's about that much. See what I mean? Not much. But you can make them any size you want. You could have really big cuts. And in fact, I've done that and I don't like it, so I'm going to make it double that size. Ooh. And so now I'm back to that because I think it looks better. And yeah, I'm going to stick that on. Now I might be able to do this a bit differently by just putting a bit of glue there and then push that down like so. And then you've still got a hole to put it through the wire. Now, it's quite thin, so I have to be careful I don't burn myself before I do that. So now I've got, can you see that? There's a little hole there. Can you see that little hole? Ooh. Yeah, there's a little hole there. So now I'm just going to, let me bring that up so you can see. Put that on there, but with the seam at the back, because you don't want to see that very much. And see here is a bit rough with the material. I don't know if you can see there. You see there? I'm not worried about that because it just makes it look, gives it character. So don't get hung up about making it all perfect because it's not about that. It's just about having a go and doing a bit. And it's art at the end of the day, like I said before, and it's your art, so you make up the rules. So what I'm going to do here is, I can get that off easy, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there and then push that down. So I'll do that now. You don't need much. I've got a wispy bit there, so I should have left the glue gun on a bit longer. But not a problem. And then I'll push that down like that. So there, can you see that? So I've sort of done it like that. And that's just going to push down. Again, when we stick the hand on, it won't be, it'll probably concertina up as well. So now I'm going to do the other side, exactly the same, a little bit longer than I did to start with. And just stick that down. A little bit of glue there. And just pinch that without getting the glue on you, which I just did. So, and then you get wispy bits, we don't want that. And I've got another bit, because the glue's gone over the edge, there's a bit too much there. So what I could use is my scissors, and then just pinch it with the scissors. Slightly, not too much because you'll cut it. So now I'm not holding it at all. And do it like that. So it all depends. And now it's stuck to the scissors. Just be gentle. And that's all off, so we're not going to worry about that. And I've got some wispy bits there, get rid of those. And there we go, so we've got a little bit there, another little hole there. Oh. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end. Not right on the end of the wire. I'm putting on where the wire and the cuff that's already there, or the material, is meeting, and then I'm just going to push that down a little bit, not too far, like so. Can you see that? So now we've got the other cuff on there. Now put the seam at the back. Okay, you see that? Now, so we've got those on, so now we need to put our hands on, and remember, you need to get your thumbs in the right place, peeps. So they're like this, pointing towards your body. So what we're going to do next is, whoops, just make sure the thumbs are the right way, and then push that on the end and put a bit of glue there and push that down as far as it would go. And that will concertina up a little bit, but that all adds to the effect because it's material and you can't see my face, and that's not good either, is it? Well, it might be good, depends how you look at this. Anyway, going off on one, so I need to put that on. Is that the right one? Yes, it is. Keep checking you're doing the right, putting the hand on the right way. And I'm just going to let that settle just for a sec so I don't get any wispy bits. And then push that on like so, and then quickly get it the angle you want it. So that's on. So, can you see that? There's one hand on, so we've got 2 feet and a hand. So now we need the other hand. Exactly the same principle. The thumb goes in. Put a little bit of glue on the end of that wire. And then we're going to push that on. Make sure you push it on the way you want it. I might do it like so. Like that, I think. Just go up there. So now we have the feet and the hands on. Ta-da! How good is that? You like it? You do, you do. That's great. Okay, so now we got that bit done. So just get them bits out. Remember we cut those earlier? I'm going to use those for another project in the future. So Watch your space. So now we're going to put the hair, remember we made that in the other clip, and the face on. Now you just need to mess about with it a little bit. I noticed on this one, this is a little bit longer on the top there. So I'm going to use that as the top and then put that on. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Yeah, I'm putting it on dry, so no glue. So I just need to make sure this works first. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Yeah, okay. So I will show you guys in a sec, but I'm just going to put some glue behind this, and I'm putting the head over slightly, so not dead straight, over slightly because the person's dancing, remember? Zumba teacher. So just put some glue on the back of the, on the board, and then stick the back of the hair that you've already decided where it's going, just like so, and push that down for a couple of seconds. And we're nearly there. And then you've got the hair on. So there you go, with no face. So that's funky, isn't it? Now we've got the face with your little blusher on, remember that? Look at that, funky. And then we're going to stick that like so. Can you see that? Sort of like that. Don't mess about with it, but stick it on like that. And don't worry if you think the hair is all behind, because we're going to push that forward and stick it onto the face. And I think that will help the character look a bit more feminine too. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and stick the head to the hair and also to the top near the breasts. Okay. So I'm going to put a bit on the back there and a bit on the chin, on the back, this is, of the face. And then push that on like so and make it go down like so. So there we go. We've got the face on. I'm happy with that. And yeah, there, see? Ta-da! Look at that. Like I say, it looks like she's bored at the top, so we need to do something about that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, let me show you that. Where the wool is there, I'm going to sort of drape that over. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue and just keep offering it down just to try and make it cover the face a bit more. And I'm trying to keep the ears showing, but you'll see what I mean once I do it. Now I've got to be careful here because I'm using the hot glue gun and there won't be much space. So I'm just going to put a little bead all along the top of the forehead part. So I'm not doing it all at once, I'm doing it in sections, and I'm just going to push that down. I'm probably going to use my scissors because I may get burnt. I keep going on about getting burnt, but I don't really get burnt. And when you do get burnt, it's only, you think, oh, a little bit hot. So don't be scared of glue guns. I'm making out it's really bad, but it's not. So there you go. We've got a little bit there. So we've got a fringe. So now I'm going to stick a bit more just around the side where the ears are. So I'm just going to pull that over and use the scissors just to tap that down. And then a little bit under the ear. And yeah, there's a wispy bit there. I'm just going to put that there with the scissors. Turn that around and I'm going to do the other side. So I think I'll do just below the ear part. Get rid of that. Use the scissors just to offer the wool up. It's a bit tricky, so I might have to use my hands, and then that's it. Okay. Keep that down. Now I've got a little bit here. I need to push that down. So I'm just going to do the forehead just before the side of the ear. So I'm going to push that down as well. Be gentle with this bit. So there you go. So now we can just mess about with that just to get it how you want it. Get the glue off my hands. So now we've got this going on. Now, you probably think you can't see the face, and you're quite right in that. So I might see, because you can just mess about with it like you could do your normal hair, or real hair, I should say, and make it show the face off a bit. So I'm trying to get the ears to show. Can you see that? See, so now I've sort of made a part in. So yeah, I like that, and I think it does look more feminine now. Do you agree? Do you agree? Looks more feminine. Do you see this? Okay. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that's it. Put it into focus for you. That would help. So there, we've got that like that. So I think we're done on that part. So we've got the figure all completed. So I'm happy with that. Now what I'm going to do now is I'll probably do another clip to make the word Zumba out of polymer clay. So I'm going to do a separate clip for that, because if you make this, you might want to put some letters on as well. So I'm going to do make the letters freehand, so you can see how I do that, so that you can just watch these videos and just pick the videos that you actually want to use, because you might not want to put any words or letters on the one you're making. But I will try that. So I'm going to do more different colors. But you'll see in a minute. I'm going to stop this video now, and I'll post another video about how you do the Zumba letters, and we'll see how that looks. I might use them, I might not. It all depends. Like I say, it's all organic, so there's no right or wrong way of doing it. But at the moment, I'm really pleased with what we got so far. So that will make a great gift for my Zumba teacher, and hopefully that will make her laugh. So there you go, and she can even watch it being made on YouTube. So what's not to like, eh? Okay, I'll go for now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share, or whatever it is you're supposed to do. Missing you. Speak soon. Bye.